Hello friends, my name is Dave Miller.
And my name is Niall Spain. And when the waters of dating are getting muddy, listen to an episode of Your Fuck Buddies.
No.
Yep, it's our musical anniversary episode.
It's our new, yeah.
We're singing this whole episode.
Oh, that was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it hurt.
We're a dating and sex advice podcast where we take your sticky, sexy situations and turn them into...
Sexy, sticky situations.
Yeah. And we've been doing this for a
For a
goddamn
year.
year. I think.
Well,
Pretty sure.
like roughly.
Roughly a year.
Well,
I mean, this is episode 53, so
yeah.
we've released 52 episodes.
We released 2 in one, day.
One go.
So this is the 52th one.
Yeah.
Either way, it's roughly there. So
Doing it a long time.
thank you guys.
And to celebrate,
Ooh.
I'm hungover.
To celebrate, I'm very well rested.
Do we switch bodies? Is this a Freaky Friday situation here?
Yeah. To be fair, I'm rarely hungover. I'm just usually drunk.
That's fair.
How do you want to start this off? Because I think I'm going to do it.
Having
actually.
terrible nom flashbacks of whiskey?
It's not. Yeah. I decided to surprise Dan by bringing one of our
Triggers?
one of our favorite memory whiskeys. As in the time we got waterboarded by a chicken with 4 roses and
Have we ever told that
Past.
story?
I don't think so, nor do I think we should.
No, I don't think so
like,
either.
Every listener will have that experience wrong for them.
Oh, it's true.
But if you're ever going to Chicago, message us for things you should do there.
Yeah. If you're going to be there on a Monday night, we
So-
have a little insider information.
I can start off with something.
Okay.
Because it's only possible because of this episode. And this is from Today I Fucked Up.
Mm-hmm.
For background, at some point in my childhood, I developed pinworms. In the interest of science, I must admit I don't know for certain that I had pinworms, just that my mother had seen me scratching my bottom, for good or bad reasons concluded I had pinworms, and instructed me to shove a clove of garlic into my anus in order to stop the little beasties. Afraid I don't know if the garlic helped or if there was any other remedy. All I remember as a young child, I walked around for the better part of a day with a piece of garlic shoved up my bum. I don't remember most of my childhood with an itchy... I don't remember spending most of my childhood with an itchy asshole. Fast forward a decade and a half. I'm living on my own, single, reacclimating to the dating scene after an awkward breakup with an ex that everyone I am still close to refers as she who must not be named. Don't realize the exact moment of realization, but there was a gradual dawning. I had worms. My butt was beyond normally itchy. Sometimes it didn't faze me, but there was a reoccurring itch that couldn't be sent away once it arrived. Confirmation came when I showered and cleaned my bottom, only to discover on my finger a half-dozen tiny, white, croissant-shaped worms who apparently were residing on the outside of my butthole.
Ah.
I hoped they would go away. I showered multiple times a day, scouring my ass with cleanser as best as possible, even venturing the occasional soap-covered finger up my bum to clean out the system. But every morning, I would wake up, take a shower, and discover more tiny beasties.
Oh.
I was horrified. I made an appointment at my local clinic. Told the nurse over the phone I thought I had butt worms. She was extremely skeptical. Said it was unlikely, but they would do tests. I went in, embarrassed as a naked nun in Sunday school, and the doctor, friendly Southeast Asian man, reiterated the nurse's skepticism, could not find anything amiss when he peered up my bum, but asked me to send a sample of the worms when they appeared, and they would test. I was already frustrated, but I waited until the next morning, gathered up a collection of my white aliens by pressing a row of scotch tape against my asshole, confirmed they were present, and deposited them in a plastic container. Later, I drove the sample to the office, told it would be 1 to 3 weeks before I get results. In the meantime, I bought the old remedy, shoved the garlic clove up my bum. I'd like to say...
I just want to double check. Clove is just like the one sliver, right?
Yeah,
It's not
honestly, the first time I thought it was the whole thing, and I
Yeah.
was like, woo!
Yeah, that's a bulb of garlic. Clove. Yes, okay. Carry on.
Which he found uncomfortable. Now to add, I recently started seeing a wonderful woman. We completely hit it off. She was a vibrant redhead, curvy, brilliant and fun. Well, I had nothing to do but to put my best foot forward, but a week after depositing the sample of the clinic and no response, she and I found ourselves showering. My hand drifted to my butt crack, and I realized I needed to share my story with her, despite fears that I would mark myself as tan and never be talked to again. So I spurted it out. So I think I have butt worms. She was very practical about it. She asked to see. I pulled apart my cheeks, swiped my finger between them, and pulled up a few of them for her to investigate. See, I said, embarrassed, worms. That's toilet paper, she replied. What? Yeah, it's toilet paper. Everything fell into place. A month ago, when finances were tight, I swapped my normal toilet paper for dollar store discount brand, which was apparently breaking apart when I wiped, creating the rolls on the bottom of my butt that caused the itching. My relief was intense, mixed with colossal embarrassment. My shower companion was nothing but amused and gracious. Postscript. Shower companion and I just celebrated our 8th year wedding anniversary. I was trying to look up anniversary stories, and that popped up.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
I was like, what is the question here?
Yeah, it's not really a question. I was going to let you ponder the whole story, but there wasn't a question.
I pondered hard.
I guess the takeaway from this is there's probably not a lot of things you could do to really, like, you can get away with a lot of things in a relationship if they like you, because that's a big one.
Yeah.
Guess what? I have 8 more stories like that.
Oh, good.
But I'm not going to, I don't know. Will I jump into it? I probably won't.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, we can.
This is our anniversary.
Yeah, I'll do what I want.
Do you want a real question, though?
Wow, but worms aren't real. Oh, they weren't. Yeah, do it.
All right.
We start with our user submitted?
No.
No? Okay.
No, that's something we should do towards the end.
Okay.
Because
I can go start. I got it.
Let's go with this one. This comes from Reddit user Peace Falcon, which sounds like an agent name, like I already made. They say, my Tinder date found it hilarious that I couldn't handle the size of her butt. Is it true that extra booty requires extra inches? Or should I just try another position for deep penetration? It wasn't embarrassing at all, because I'm not tiny. He says 5 inches. But she's a big girl with a big booty, and I guess it just wasn't getting deep enough during doggy style, her favorite position, because she was giggling about it, just not doing it for her. But yeah, as for they have 2 questions. Is it true that extra booty requires extra inches? Or should I just try another position, other than doggy style, for deep penetration? They do go on to confirm that the date wasn't mean or rude about it, and it was actually like they both found it kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, firstly, it sounds like a good experience. Like, I appreciate the fact that like they can both be honest and actually like, you know, down to earth about this kind of shit.
Yeah, it's nice that like, you know, she made it known that she wasn't enjoying it.
She was honest about how she was feeling, but she didn't then make them feel like shit about it.
Because this could have been a question from her like 3 months from now, being like, my boyfriend loves doggy style, but I don't feel anything from it. How do I tell him? You know what I mean? It's like at that point,
or him
too
being
late.
like, I had a date and like she was really mean and like mocked the fact that, you know, so go you guys. You're doing it right as human people, as we all should.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously like that butt's in the way. It's a thing.
I'm gonna guess.
Like there's no way you can't work around it.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were saying like.
No, there's no way.
There's no way you can't do it.
Dump her.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm sure, like definitely, if a bigger dick would assist in this situation, but I don't think it's necessary. You know what I mean? Like
there are a million different ways you can adjust. Like doggy can be done a million different ways as well. Like legs forward, legs back, like legs spread, legs together.
One leg up on something while the other one's standing.
Little like frog pose.
Yeah, you can position yourself. Also, if it's a big booty,
pull those cheeks.
It's gonna move. You can move it. It's not a static thing unless it's just a rock hard big booty, which is a possibility. But
I've seen it.
But yeah, you can. What I would suggest for you, if you're looking for something similar but you need a little help, is have her almost on her stomach, like half on her stomach, half on her side, and have her put the
one leg up in the air.
Not up in the air, but like have the leg that's on the bed straight down, and then have the other leg that's like up,
bent with a knee.
Yeah, have it bent at like almost like she's sitting. This will give you sort of the exact same sensation of doggy style, but because of the angle, you can then sort of like move yourself around to find the proper leverage and a little bit more space. You can also
to slip past the butt resistance.
Yeah, and you'll be able to sort of like move, push the butt up to make a little more clearance for you.
Yeah, just like play around with a few. Like this person sounds fun. I very much doubt they will worry about you being like, hey, let's fucking throw a few positions in the mix. Make a fucking game out of it. Write them down on cards or get a dice and roll them and be like, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
And just like see what works for you.
I'm sure she's not going to be upset trying to figure out what feels better for her. Yeah. You know what I mean? She's not going to be like, oh, you want to make it more enjoyable for me?
Oh, you care about my pleasure? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like...
What have men come to?
It sounds like she's very open sexually and very, like has a good...
Just not anally.
What?
Because it's closing off the access.
Oh.
But
it's more buttily.
But it's true. Bootily.
Bootily.
Yeah. I just play around with it. She sounds fun. So this is like the perfect situation to play around with it in.
Yeah, I would highly suggest doing things. A lot of stuff with her on her side with legs.
Never do things. Sorry. No,
don't
don't suggest that.
The other one is we briefly touched it. Is if you're standing, have them bent over something and get one leg up on it.
Yep.
And that will also you can then don't stand directly behind them. Almost stand off a little bit off to the side.
Yeah.
And that'll give you a little bit more clearance as well.
Also, depending on the height differential, you might even be able to come from underneath.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So you get stuff to work with, so go forth and play.
Yeah. And keep laughing during sex. You're doing it right.
Yeah, 100%. All right, you want a user submitted one?
Yep.
All right, this is by Agent Pleasant.
Ooh.
Long story short, girls seem to think I'm gay because of the way I dress and the way I treat women. Been hit on by many gay men who wanted to check if I was or not because they were getting vibes. It's cropped up quite a bit over the last few years, but this summer I decided to ask a good female friend about it as I was having trouble getting dates. I coach gymnastics and mostly women's gymnastics, and people think stereotypically this means that being male and involved in this industry means you're gay. Having grown up with an older sister and from dealing with mostly girls on a daily basis, I have no issues making friends with females and talking to them and find them easy to hang out with. When I was talking to my good friend, she told me there are 3 reasons she saw why people could think I was gay. 1, I'm confident in my body and sometimes wear tank tops, and apparently most straight men don't do that. 2, I'm great with kids and dealing with girls of all ages from my years of coaching, and apparently most straight men are not. And 3, I'm nice to women and treat them like actual human beings, and apparently most straight men are not and do not. I was shocked to hear all these and thought the reasons were stupid. I wouldn't have thought they would cause people to think I was gay and immediately take me out of their minds as a potential date, etc. My question is this an issue I need to address of how I make myself look or presenting myself and try and make it seem less gay, or is it an issue with the general culture nowadays where if a guy's a good guy, they must be gay, etc.? What are your immediate feelings on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We have a close friend of ours that a lot of people, I introduced him to one of my female friends, and not with sort of the intention of them hooking up or anything, but I was just I thought it could be a good match. And she was convinced he was gay because he dresses well and is super pleasant and very respectful. And I was just I'm sorry. And she's like, oh, I just can't get into it. And I was like, I'm sorry, your complaints are he's well dressed, he's well groomed, and he treated you well. Mm-hmm. I was like, those are your big roadblocks right now?
Yeah, you're right. Run away. Well, same with this. It's this person has a good body, is nice, and treats people well. It's
yeah.
I've had this happen a million times. I've had a lot of people think I was gay. And I'm sure if you listen to the podcast, that's not shocking. It also reminds me of that time we were in at a brewery. I remember we were you were there, right? When we were talking to that girl from from America, and there was just this person who was there by themselves. We ended up kind of talk. They said something to us. We were friendly and replied. And after a while, she was clearly being pretty flirty, even though we all had girlfriends at the time. I think even one of the girlfriends had already arrived, and another one was on the way. But whatever, and at one point, I don't know whether it was just she'd been waiting for long enough or she'd gotten drunk enough, but she was and another one of our friends arrived and we gave them a hug, and she was like, are you guys all fucking gay or what? No one will hit on me, and you're all just so complimentary and nice. It's what?
Yeah.
So it's definitely an issue I think some people have, but I also think it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started hanging out, the amount of people who are so are you guys? And it's no, it's very possible to have a close male friend that you have not even physical intimacy, but it's we would hug.
Yeah,
and that's
and,
the extent
nice
of it.
Other.
You know what I mean? It's it's not we walked around with holding hands, and
which would also be fine.
Which is all fine, yeah, fine. But it's if you're upset that some straight dudes are hugging, or not afraid of complimenting each other, and, you know what I mean,
then you need to sort your shit out.
Yeah, and I think he was right at the end when he was saying that it's not anything you need to change. Don't.
Well, yeah, that would be the first thing I would say, because what are you supposed to do? Wear worse clothes, be less fit, or be less nice?
Yeah, just start
change your career.
Shit.
It's definitely. I will say, there have been many times where someone has been wait a minute, aren't you gay? A girl I liked, and I've been I would be happy to prove I'm not. Wink. and it's a great chat line.
Yeah.
So you can turn it to your advantage. Be like, you can laugh it off. I wouldn't take offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because one, why would you? But two, it's like, if they mean it in an offensive way, then you probably know enough that they just suck. And if they don't, then like whatever, it's, if someone has mistook you for something, it doesn't really matter. You can just twist around and be like, oh no, not at all. I actually really like you. You can like use that as a jump pad off to just be like, not at all, and I like you, or not at all, and I would be happy to show you in no uncertain terms.
Yeah.
And like, fuck it. You know what I mean? If people are coming up and hitting on you, then it's a compliment. I love it.
Also, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're like, I don't really know the situations in which people aren't like you asking them out and they're just like, I think you're gay, and then just not going out with you, or is it that people tend to just not really pursue you? It's one of those things. You know what I mean? It's like,
I would imagine,
if you're going up to someone being like, hey, let's grab drinks sometime, it would be wild to me for them to be like, gaydar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're asking them out on a date and it's clear that it's a date, it should be pretty apparent. And like, whatever, there might have been that preconceived notion that you were gay, but after that, it's like, if you've asked them out or made some sort of romantic intention,
you're also now telling them they're not. If they are hung up on the fact that you are a nice fit and a good person, then that's all you need to know to get the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it happens more on like the passive side of things, where like maybe before you've talked to someone, you hear that they think you're X, and maybe then you don't follow through, or maybe like after a while someone's like, oh, I'm so used to not thinking of you in this way, or something,
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine it would hold true,
I would use it as almost a confidence boost to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you think I am attractive and well-dressed and well-groomed? Because, like, that seems to be sort of the stereotypical, like, quote-unquote, like, gay test that women and men tend to have. And
yeah, these are all really good things.
It's like one of the highest compliments in my opinion. And it's like, I know there are still some fucking idiots who think, being accused, quote unquote, of being gay or get all offended about it. But those are people who are just like just straight up on the wrong side of history.
Person isn't offended.
No. But like, if any point in time, like, if someone is like, oh, that shirt's super gay or whatever, and just like,
oh, thanks.
What do you mean by that? Do you just mean like in style?
Very
like
stylish, very
it
good.
fits me well?
Do
like,
I look hot in it?
Yeah, like what's gay about this?
Yeah.
And it's 9 times out of 10, it's just like it's a well-fitted top that like suits your body type, and you know what I mean, is maybe a little flashy or a little like high fashion.
Unless there's like art of two dicks just like slamming off each other, and even then they could just be playing together. They could just be fencing.
Yeah, I mean, like the only way that
like,
something could look
said no homo
gay would just be just straight up like two men having sex on your shirt. It's like, and it's like, well, yes, you're correct. My shirt is a little gay.
Yeah, no. So I just think like use it to your advantage. Be like, take that as an opportunity to bounce off and be like, well, no, because I like you, or no, because I want to kiss you right now, or be like, wink, want me to prove it.
Yeah, or even just be like, why would you think that? And if they're like, oh, well, you're super fit, it's like, oh, you think I'm attractive? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
you can turn around on that.
You've immediately got like confirmation that they think you're attractive.
Yeah.
And that like you can definitely turn that around in your favor to be like, oh, so you find me attractive? Cool. Let's grab drinks, and I'll, you know what I mean? Like you said, I'll be happy to prove that I'm not gay.
Yeah.
You got this.
It's all good stuff.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is don't let it discourage you.
No,
you know what I mean? Like don't let it
the best part
persuade
is
you
those
to,
are all good things, right?
Yeah, they're all positive things.
And like,
it's the more I think about it, and I'm always worried I'm going to say something that might seem derogatory when we talk about people who aren't straight or me.
Yeah.
But like it's the fucking wildest thing that there are still people who use gay as like a derogatory term for things that are like dumb or stupid or ugly or whatever, when the like also the prevalent like stereotype of being gay, quote unquote, is like being attractive, being well groomed, being well dressed.
Yeah,
and it's like
really funny
it's
that
the
like
strangest
you have...
and it's usually the same people who like have that standard, but also use gay as like a descriptor for things that they don't like.
Yeah, it's a weird dichotomy where some people are like, "What are you like? Are you gay, bro?" And it's like, are you going with the like prevailing kind of like sense where I'm stylish and together and like fit? Like what? Yeah, thank you. I don't know. The world's fucked, but
yeah,
stereotypes are never good.
Yeah, especially when they're like very positive that people have turned very negative. I don't know. It's one of those things that baffles me every time it's thrown around.
Yeah, but work with it. Work it.
Yeah.
WURK. Work.
Yeah, work it. You got it.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
All right, your turn.
I have something I want to talk to you about.
Just fucking go for it.
But I think it's something we'll do. It's something we'll do at the end.
Then stop fucking trying to tease me with it.
But I like to. This comes from user think. I keep wanting to say think today, but it's just Think-O-Day.
I don't
Think-O-Day. Like or Thin Cody. I don't know.
Ooh, I like Thin Cody.
I think I like Thin Cody as well. Girlfriend shared my dick pics with her BFFs. So yeah, me and my GF are both 17. We have sent each other news before, but I don't show anyone. When I got my phone repaired, for instance, I moved them to a hidden app and deleted them from the camera roll. But I just heard that last night she got tipsy and showed her female friends my nudes, including some close-up dick pics. And I know this because one of them told her boyfriend, who is a coworker of mine. Apparently they laughed at how small my dick was when soft, but then amazed how hard it got, or how big it was when it got hard. Not sure if I should feel good or bad about that. ... Anyways, I called her out on it, and at first she denied it, and then she fessed up. She apologized, then tried to say that, oh, lots of women share sex stories and photos. I said, okay, well, stories are one thing, photos are another. And then she said photos tell a story or some BS. Should I even be mad at this? She's trying to turn it so that she was showing me off, and that I should be flattered.
Okay, well, firstly, let's nail down some fucking specifics, because a picture is 1,000 words. 1,000 words is a short story. Or some flash fiction. It's not fucking story, okay? So...
I don't know. A story's a story is a story. Short story is still a story.
Yeah, but short. Flash fiction. What was the question again?
This guy's girlfriend showed off his...
You can't show... Like, if roles were reversed, everyone would be up in arms about this, I'm sure. There wouldn't be a question of being like, well, you just show the pictures, it's fine. That's not cool. Like, it's also, I believe, a crime?
I'm not sure.
Sharing naked pictures without someone's consent, 100% a crime.
Yeah. My thing is, like, I want to address something at the end, first and foremost, when he said, should I even be mad at this?
Well,
I want to say, if you're upset by something, you are 100% allowed to be upset by it. It's fine to sort of, like, try to get context, but, like, the amount of people that I've seen post that at the end being like, am I allowed to be upset about this? Can I be upset about this? It's like, if you feel betrayed, if someone said something shitty to you, yes, you're allowed to be upset by it. You can figure out a middle ground with the person who's upset you and sort of, bring yourself back into a balance, but you're allowed to feel upset about this stuff.
I think it's, I don't know. It seems to be a lot of the time people are asking for almost permission to be upset. It's like, if you're upset, you're upset. But then again, I'm sure there are some posts I would see and be like, you can't be upset at that.
True.
So,
it's true.
But I think, yes, it's very much like 100% you're allowed to be upset at that. It's a literal crime. It's a betrayal of trust. You were then treated really poorly when you brought it up with them, which, well done, you did. Right?
Yeah.
Communication is great. It's a betrayal of your trust. It's like, it's an unspoken thing when you send stuff that's that, like, personal and private, that you don't just fucking spread it around or share it.
Yeah, it would be one thing if it was like, if you were sending unsolicited dick pics to people.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Be fair,
prepared. Be prepared that, like,
you have
women
no right
are showing
to privacy when you're effectively flashing somebody,
yes.
which is also a crime. So,
and like, that's whatever, you know what I mean? But if you're in a relationship, it's like, I would never show anyone a picture of a man naked. And it's not even like a like, she's mine kind of thing. It's just like, she's trusted me. Mm-hmm. She's in, like, giving me something that if she wanted people to see it, she would have put it on fucking Twitter or Instagram or, what I mean?
Sent it to herself. Like,
yeah. Like, I assume that if something is sent to me, it's meant for me. Mm-hmm. And there are plenty of other ways to put things out into a mass audience nowadays that if they wanted to, they could.
Yeah,
the same amount of presses of a button on a phone.
Yeah, or
you
just
could get
him
out
being
there.
like, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Yeah, it's super shitty when, especially when he's like, "Hey, this is kind of fucked up."
So
And
wait,
she's
isn't
like,
he 17?
17.
Yeah, that's even worse then because, like, there are like minor laws and shit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, technically, like, I don't really know how it works in terms of possession and shit like that, but it's like, I think as like a 16-year-old, you can still send like things to the owner of someone that's also 16. It's not considered child pornography.
yeah, but
the
like,
second,
also
like,
you don't know who, like, what age her friends from work are, right?
yeah.
If they're a few years older, then realistically you could have an adult looking at a minor's.
Oh,
you know what I
100%.
mean? Like,
Yeah, it's still
either
shitty
way,
as
the whole
hell.
thing's fucked. And like the fact that she's like, "It pictures that's semantics in the worst." That's not even semantics.
No,
That's
it's
just
not
bullshit.
even. Yeah, no,
It's
that's her covering her
it's-
tracks.
It's just shittery. So don't put up with that.
No, it's one of those things where you have to, like, I don't think it's a break-upable offense unless you're really upset by it. I think it's one of those things where you then be like, "Yo, if I send you a picture of my dick, that is for you."
You know what? I think if we were having this conversation and it was a girl, I think you'd probably be more on the breakable offense thing.
I don't think I would.
Not like throwing accusations.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything.
no.
I just know for myself, I have to keep reality checking myself about it because I think if it was the other way around, I'd be a lot harsher.
It's harder because I'm a little more empathetic, or like because as a guy,
You like having your dick seen.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
because he's a dude. Like I can put myself in the shoes a little easier. You know, I mean, those
Yeah.
shoes fit a little better. But no, I think it's one of those things where it's like if they're young, she might, you know what I mean. She might have actually been like, "Look how big my boyfriend's dick is," and it's like.
But like,
We all make stupid mistakes when we're
Yeah.
kids. But I think what you need to do is be like, if I'm going to keep sending you these pictures, they're for you. They're not for anyone else. You don't show anyone else. You can talk about the size of my dick. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can share stories about our sex. You can share stories about my dick. But I don't want strangers seeing my dick.
yeah.
And if
like,
if she thinks that's an unreasonable request, then I think you can break up. You know what I mean? Like that's just a complete disrespect of your trust and your honesty and your wishes.
Yeah, well, two things. Like, when she's this flippant about it, like, what's to stop her from sending them or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, in another sense, like, whether or not it's a breakable offense, totally down to him, right?
Yep.
Like, some people be like, "Oh, I'm not comfortable with that," but, like, not really bothered and maybe flattered, you know?
Yeah.
Some people would be like, "Oh, I'm upset, but not at all. I'm happy." And some people, I'm sure, would be mortified and very upset,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it's not in and of its own thing. Like, some people like it, some people don't. Some people don't really care. So obviously it's down to your own personal thing, but if you do want to break up for this, you're not in the wrong.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. If this is something that's upset you this much
Yeah.
and you don't trust them anymore, then yeah, get out of there.
But if it like kind of upsets you and you're not really sure, like, I think a lot of the confusion can stem from like when you're being told, oh, like, a picture's a story, like, get over it, kind of like
Yeah.
it really reduces what you feel in it. So if the confusion stems from that and like you're just wondering if you're allowed, sure, but like you also shouldn't be pressured to break up with someone over something that bothers you but not that much, you know? So you can make you can be the only person to actually really make the call, but you 100% have whatever right to however annoyed you are. Because
absolutely.
That is just emphatically not a cool thing,
Yeah,
you know? It's a betrayal of trust, you know?
100%. Just like at its basis level.
Yeah. And it's also kind of awkward, like, because I don't know how that boyfriend's going to feel, who I believe, is he your friend or the coworker? But either way, like, I doubt he's really happy to have his girlfriend come home and be like, I saw that guy's huge dick.
Yeah.
Like, now you're
100%.
also probably having, like, social problems with him. I don't know how. Maybe he's cool.
Yeah,
Maybe you guys are now sword fought.
maybe.
He's like, finally a worthy opponent.
Yeah, I mean, like, even just like hanging out with them now
Yeah.
is so uncomfortable. If I knew that like all of my girlfriend, like if all of Amanda's friends had seen my dick,
Yeah.
it's like
But
I
also,
would
like,
be so uncomfortable just hanging out with them.
the thing is, you've also probably hung out with them between them being shown and you finding out. And, like, it's never fun to be the only person in the room not in on the joke, right?
Yeah,
so I'm
100%.
sure now, looking back, there's things that made sense, or, like, people making comments or doing whatever. That's just not fair either, because then you feel like a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah, no, I always had that rule especially when like Amanda and I were still open, where it was like, hey, I don't necessarily need to know who you're sleeping with, but if we're going to be entering into a situation
Yeah.
where we're going to be interacting,
Someone important or current or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to be the
in
guy
dark.
who's like oblivious.
Yeah.
Because that's a shitty thing, even though it's like I'll never know. But it's like it's
you
a
might.
really
You never know, right?
it's
Like-
it's a really bad situation to be the guy in the room who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Especially because like his friends probably know, your friends probably know.
Exactly.
So if you're just if I'm just sitting there with a big fucking stupid grin on my face, thinking everything's fine.
It's not fair to be thrown into situations where you're kind of like at a disadvantage, just purely from a knowledge standpoint. You know what I mean? And I totally get that. So yeah, be as annoyed as you want, but also don't do this to your partners, guys. That's not cool.
Guys, stop showing each other's nudes.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Like, unless they're like, hey, go show my nudes. That's my turn on. Or like you guys want to make a porn Tumblr or porn Reddit or whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
If you guys want to do that, that's cool. But
Absolutely.
you also like consent, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously. Don't just share people's nudes. It's not cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's really no difference than like if you guys were out and your boyfriend was like, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then you kicked in the door with all your friends and was like, there it is.
Or just like jocked him and you were like, wait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or just pulled down his pants or something and just like, hey, we found his dick.
Or like,
There's literally no difference. And
Or
if you
if, like-
wouldn't do that to your partner, then don't show their fucking nudes.
like imagine your girlfriend walked into your roommate's room and he was just lying on top of the bed sheets with his dick out to punish her. That's a 2-episode cut?
Oh, man. I don't even know.
Anyway,
2 or 3.
go listen to the other ones. Listen to them all.
Yeah.
5-star us.
All right. Hit me.
All right. This is topical because I think, well, this is, I don't know. I don't know if we've ever done a question like this where it's actually like really, like, I don't know, like buried in the zeitgeist of the moment. You know what I mean? Like people look back at this and be like, shit, like this podcast episode happened when this happened. Like this was history.
Who's Barry Zeitgeist?
My good bud. He broke my finger. Yeah. So buried in the zeitgeist, like just we're flowing in the streams of history right here, and this podcast is not afraid to deal with that.
Yeah. We'll tackle topical issues.
And the thing is, like, I don't want to get too political, but this question was important. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
I
I don't know if this is going to be a bullshit question or if it's going to be a real question.
Yeah, I actually, like, I was worried maybe about, because I'm sure we'll alienate some people, but at the same time, I don't think me and you ever really want to, like, stray away from, I don't know, like,
I'm
our
so
opinions,
nervous.
right? Like, you can always cut this out, you know? But we've never, all right, so, wife is upset because I expressed casual interest in purchasing one of the Clap Alien Cheeks Raid Area 51 meme t-shirts. Trying to have a conversation about it. I'm also trying to figure out if this is unreasonable on her end. There's something about it that gives me pause, but I can't decide if she's just knowing that she's irritated about it and sort of doesn't really like my personality, or if that's because there's something about it that might actually be not cool or respectful. If you're unaware of the meme or language involved, it's basically a joke about those who want to raid Area 51 to have sex with aliens. To be clear, I think it's just a joke and have no desire to, I can't believe I have to say this, have sex with aliens. And my feeling is that there's an awful lot of insecurity here over a t-shirt that's basically making a joke about having sex with fictional creatures. But maybe I'm wrong. I guess I want to know where to approach this conversation from in terms of if this is something that stirs up feelings of insecurity or resentment, and maybe to what degree I should really be sympathetic. Maybe I'm missing something here. And this is the t-shirt in question.
I mean, there's a bunch of issues here. One, aliens are fictional creatures.
Yeah,
So
obviously.
just go fuck yourself right there.
Yeah.
Two, you want to
sorry.
fuck aliens.
He's 37 and she's 44.
Let's- I mean, I can see both. I can see both sides of things here. Where we don't know this guy.
You don't
Maybe-
know that?
Maybe.
We don't.
Maybe the wife isn't mad about the shirt. She's mad that these are the shirts that you wear to like Thanksgiving dinner. Like these are like you have no sense of when to wear funny meme shirts and when to put on maybe a nice polo shirt. And she doesn't want to try to explain to her fucking mom what clapping alien cheeks means over Thanksgiving dinner. It's like that might be why she's upset. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be like, oh, she's super, super paranoid that I'm going to go start fucking E.T.
I love how that's what he thinks the problem is, though. Like, I think it's just some inbuilt insecurities, man. Like, she's always been jealous of aliens, right? They get those super thin bodies, the weird oval head, big eyes. She's always wanted her eyes to be bigger.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. But then again, it could be one of those things where she's so hyper jealous that the idea of him, like, expressing interest in fucking anything other than her is like a trigger for her.
I've dated people like that.
Oh, 100%.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I will say
I just wanted to shine light, just be like, I've got a flashlight on both these sides here.
I'm imagining it's more of a, like, she's imagining a life in which he wears that anywhere. And, like,
yeah,
the only things that are going to happen is, there's three, I guess. There's confused looks from people probably their age. There's disgusted looks from people who get it. Or there's, like, the 21-year-olds who, like, nod and offer him a doobie as he walks down the road.
Yeah, or the people who literally think he wants to fuck an alien. Like, I'm sure there are people...
That's her.
In this world who are buying that shirt with, like sincere intentions of being like, I would like nothing more than to get into those doors.
Spread them spindly legs.
And just go to town on a fucking, whatever the hell's in there.
You know what they have? Can you handle a pluribus when it comes your way?
Right? Yeah. It's like, you don't know what kind of fucking crazy claw situation they have.
Yeah. Dry mans all over your bod.
Oh my God.
Just scraping down your ribs. Yeah. It's so funny because the comments on this thing, one, no one takes it anyway lightheartedly, and two, no one is on his side. He gets lacerated. I honestly, it's one of the few I took a picture of, and didn't like rely on it still being up because you always give out to me for that. But now I don't think I actually have the original. So yeah, we can't go through those comments, but they were fucking golden. So there you go. So advice. You just gave your fucking opinion. Do you forget what this is about?
Yeah, man, I'm rebranding. This is a dating and sex opinion show.
Yeah, honestly, we've actually done really well this year. We almost got in the top 100. We're really close, and as a result, we're going to just stop doing everything that has led us to the success and just totally change our entire podcast.
It's like when you're having really good sex and someone's like, "Oh, keep doing that,"
and you're like,
and you just
switch
like,
it up.
"Nah, new position, new rhythm,
new dick."
I don't even think I'm going to use my dick anymore. I'm just,
hey, let's fucking try a knee.
Yeah,
I'm so good at this. Knee. Yeah, I can't come around.
Maybe I'll just gently blow.
Blowjob's a thing, right?
I just want to repay the favor. Don't you do it, you motherfucker. My advice would be,
buy it for her.
Oh, buy a his and her collection. I think, in all seriousness, I think you need to assure her that you're, one, not going to wear this anywhere that you, like, pretty much outside of the house. This is a bedtime t-shirt. This is I've got the flu and I'm going to spend the next couple days on the couch watching Netflix shirt. This is
maybe when the boys come over for the game t-shirt.
Yeah, this is a shirt that doesn't really cross
to be fair,
the threshold of outside.
Much like this episode, it is a part of history though. So there is inherent value in it, you know? One day someone's going to find his...
Maybe buy a shadow box and put it up on your wall. Be like, "Baby, I promise you, I will never wear this." And then she comes home, and it's above the mantle. Your wedding photos are gone.
Oh yeah,
and it's this T-shirt.
Kate,
place of honor above the fireplace.
She doesn't want you to wear it in the present or the future. However, you have photos, and you have Photoshop. Replace all the wedding photos of you wearing that T-shirt.
Oh my God, yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah, or just like wear it, like buy it in secret and wear it one day. Just before you leave for like a wedding or Thanksgiving.
Yeah, underneath?
No, just like in the open, as if nothing's wrong, and like wait at the door, like are we heading out? And just
I thought you meant like be wearing like a normal, like a sweater, like a nice button down cardigan, and then be like, "Oh, it's really hot" once you get in the car, and then just take it up and be like,
good. So good. But just for the fear, maybe not for the actual ensuing divorce, or buy it in secret, and then like the day she divorces you, just wear it and be like
in court.
Yeah. What? Just be like, what? And the judge will be like, "Hey, shit, nice tea, bro."
It could go either way. It could go either be like, they would be like, yes, 100% you should divorce this man. He's wearing this shirt into court. Or people are being like, I'm sorry, you're divorcing him over that?
I'm probably going with option 1 then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't buy the t-shirt. You're 40-something. You're 30-something.
No. If he thinks it's funny, I think you need to assure your wife and be like, look, I think it's funny. I'm not going to wear it out. This isn't going to be an embarrassment. I just think it's a funny fucking shirt that I'm going to buy and wear in bed. You're going to be unconscious for like the majority of the time that I'm going to be wearing this. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it.
That's the creepiest thing you've ever said.
Why?
No, just out of context. It sounds terrifying.
This is really exciting because it is our very first question sent to us through our brand new website.
I'm going to need a tissue.
Are you crying or ejaculating?
Why not both?
Ooh, cryjaculating. This actually comes from our good friend. He doesn't need an Asian name, Mr. Kyle Crawford.
He wants an Asian name.
Oh, he wants an Asian name.
He told me.
Can I say that it's from him?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, he told me not to.
Then he fucked up because he literally said his name in the agent name field.
What? He legitimately told me he didn't want to. Twice. I'm gonna call him.
It's our first phone interview.
Hello?
Ah! Kyle!
Hi.
We have you live on the podcast.
Oh my god, get out of town.
Yeah, mainly because I thought you wanted your name a secret on the question, but Dane thinks you don't, so I'm not sure.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't want it a secret. No.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm here for the podcast. Happy 1 year anniversary.
Oh, I'm loud? Yeah, sorry. Happy, thank you. Do you want to say anything while we have you on the air?
You're our first phone interview as well.
It's been so great being a part of everything Fuck Buddies related. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you guys. I now listen to Fuck Buddies every single morning when I'm playing Zelda Link to the Past, and it's the 2 hours every day that I'm super excited about, and I'm not making that up. It's the best part of my day.
I love you so much.
We love you, Kyle.
We gotta have you on in like a week or two.
Are you guys going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill?
We're doing that right now.
Well, Dane hadn't read it out to me.
You kind of spoiled it, but yes.
Oh, damn. Shit. Okay. Have fun.
Okay, I love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, Kyle kind of spoiled it, but he sent us in a little game of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
I was so tense. I was like, oh, what can it be? This is fun though. I don't support killing women.
That's the thing. It's like
marrying men.
Do we want to?
I'm joking.
Do we want to switch kill out with?
No, just if anyone's offended, we're gonna point out now that we're playing the game. In the game, we're not gonna do any of these 3 things. I assume.
You don't know.
Well, also, fuck. Can we change that to making love? And marry? Can we change to making eternal partnership? And kill? Can we change to like berating loudly on a Sunday morning?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we have a new website. I don't know. We mentioned we might have one on the last episode, and then we proceeded to spend hours making it afterwards, which was stupid. We should have just made it and then did the either way. We have a website. It's fbuddiespodcast.com.
And it's pretty nifty.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
it works on mobile.
It's not bad. You can go there. If you don't know how podcasts work, you can just listen to everything on the site.
Yeah, there's a link to our iTunes. There's a link to our Spotify. There's a link to every episode individually. Anyway, there's our little bio, and there's most importantly, I think, a very easy way to just send us questions.
So there's a little contact form that you can put in your agent name that you want to be addressed as,
or just say you give me one.
Yeah, you can also just let us know that
just
you want us to assign
if you want us to assign.
But it's the easiest way. You don't have to worry about remembering our email. You can just go to our website, shoot us a question, and we'll have it in the next episode, or as soon as we could. So it's fun because this is our first official question from the website, and Kyle wants to play Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
So the first one.
Every time you say it, I think you say Fuck, Mary. I was like, who's Mary?
Don't worry about it.
Taken man.
The first one is some women from comics.
Okay.
Fuck, Marry, Kill. Catwoman, Storm, Wonder Woman.
So none, because I don't want paper cuts on my penis, because they're all from comics.
Well, imagine they're real women. I mean, they've all been played on the big screen.
Oh shit, are we using those then?
No. I think if you need to.
Just go again.
What?
Who was it?
Catwoman, Storm, Wonder Woman.
Oh man.
Do you want me to? I'll let you think. I'll go.
No, because that'll influence my answers.
Okay.
But it's gonna take some thinking. You know what? I think I'm killing Storm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm fucking Wonder Woman.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm marrying Catwoman. She seems fun.
Interesting. So
Also-
I would fuck Catwoman. I would marry Wonder Woman, and I would kill Storm.
Okay. Poor Storm.
I'm not an X-Men fan.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? It's like, also, if you want to like rationalize it, Halle Berry played Storm and Catwoman.
Yeah.
So technically, you can get both. Although I think I'm torn as to what I think I would do Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman.
See,
Anne Hathaway is another. She's close, but
because I could probably go climbing with Catwoman. That'd be really fun. She's a little naughty, right? She's not, she'll fucking steal your shit. I like,
She won't.
she will.
Oh.
No, she 100%.
I was like, you don't know who Catwoman
She's not
is.
as straight laced as the other two, maybe. You know what I
I
mean?
think.
Whereas like Wonder Woman, like she's got muscles. I go climbing with her too. It'd be great. She seems fun. Storm, I love it. I don't know much about it.
That's the thing. It's like the X-Men really don't do it for me. I think like the only way I would ever choose an X-Men would be like if it was like
Wolverine.
No, fucking. Oh, I can't remember her name.
Deadpool?
Emma Frost or whatever. She was a babe.
Okay, next one. Please don't read into these too much, people.
No, I want you to. So this one confuses me a little bit. So it's Kate Middleton, and then he wrote Meghan Merkel, which I think he meant Meghan Markle,
Okay.
and not Andrea Merkel, because that's
Angela Merkel?
Angela Merkel.
Hell yeah.
Which is who I initially
Straight
thought.
to the bank.
And then Elsa, which I'm assuming is the princess from Frozen.
Or the porn star.
Well, it's just Elsa.
Um,
So I think he's going with.
Middleton?
I think he's doing princesses.
Is she the English?
She's the one that married the older prince.
Is Elsa the ice one?
Yes.
Oh, fuck her. No. I mean, like, not fuck her. Kill her. She's annoying. I guess marry Meghan Merkel and fuck Kate Middleton?
Yeah. I would agree with you on that. Yeah. I think I would marry Meghan Merkel.
Meghan Merkel seems cool.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan
Sorry,
Markle,
Markle.
She seems cool. She's, like, also, like, I don't know what Kate Middleton did before she became whatever, but, like...
I think she's just straight up, like, just a duchess. Like, I think she was just aristocrats. I don't think she really
whereas,
did
like,
anything.
Meghan Markle, like, she did a bunch of shit. She's a good actress. She
Yeah.
seems really down to earth. Also, apparently, she's just, like, scandalizing the royal family on a daily basis, and I fucking appreciate the shit out of that. So.
Yeah, and, like Elsa.
Also,
meh.
she's a babe. But
Yeah.
yeah, Elsa, I don't know. She seemed like all her issues in the movie, she solved with, like, ice magic, and that's just not the way to do things. Like, when have we ever answered the question here saying, use fucking ice magic?
Yeah, just freeze them.
Just
you got a problem? Freeze them.
Run away, pretend you're evil, use ice magic. No, like, that didn't help anybody. You put your
No.
you put your sister in danger.
If we're gonna go
You
to
put your sister in
Idina
danger.
Menzel, that would change things for me.
Oh, she's so good at singing. Also wicked,
And she's a babe.
but also wicked.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no. Oh shit. I'm
So I don't know.
thinking here,
So
my God.
if it's
Carl!
Idina Menzel, I would marry her.
Yeah, probably.
Am I even
And
saying
then
her
I'd just
name
kill
right?
Kate, no, can we say we'd kill Kate Middleton on air? Are we gonna get like raided right now? I don't think we can say that. Can you bleep that out?
Yeah, I don't know. Can
Can we say we'll fuck her? Oh, can we even mention her?
I know we are
Kyle.
in Canada, and I don't know how much
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
royal family still has any sway over here. Okay, so the next one is women of history.
Okay.
We have Joan of Arc,
Hell yeah.
Annie Oakley, and Amelia Earhart.
Oh man. Because Joan of Arc and Amelia Earhart just seem so fucking cool.
Yeah, so here's my thing is I think like I'm gonna
But I
go
don't,
based on
like-
personality and not fate, because like
Hey, you don't like charred corpses?
I think I would marry Joan of Arc. Actually, no, you know what? I don't think I would. I think I'd kill Joan of Arc,
You're not the first.
and I think I would fuck Anna Oakley and marry Amelia Earhart.
They're all pretty cool. Can we just have a banging foursome?
I mean, they're badasses.
Is this disrespectful? Damn it, I don't know anymore.
I think fucking Joan of Arc's fucking zealot.
Yeah.
I think it'd get really fucking old if you had to deal with that. Just this like righteous, high and mighty.
I don't know. I feel like
Constantly being like, well, God told me.
Well, yeah, the religion thing might.
That would drive me fucking crazy. Like, imagine every fight you get would be like, actually, I was told by God
But
that...
every Annie Oakley fight you get in, you'd be dead of a headshot.
That's
Good
why
way
I'd
to go.
fuck her.
Yeah. I think I'd probably agree. I think, like...
I mean, to be
Amelia
fair, I think
Earhart-
Annie Oakley would fuck me.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Like-
the thing. Probably with a rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. I don't know.
And I think
know
Amelia
what? Like-
Earhart's like, she's got that wonder, she's got that adventurous spirit.
Yeah.
You could travel the world with her.
I think... might not end well, but I think this is an offensive game because I would like to get to know these women first, not just base their worth off their preconceived... Who's next?
We got Emma Stone, Emma Watson, Emma Bunton.
Oh, fucking 100% kill Emma Stone.
Okay.
I cannot stand her. Oh my god, fucking. But Emma Watson, marry the hell out of her, and I don't even know.
Wow, we're going completely different
Is
directions.
Emma Bunton the Spice Girl?
Yeah, she's Baby Spice.
I'd fuck her.
So I would fuck Emma Bunton, I would kill Emma Watson,
What?
and I would marry
Why?
Emma Stone.
Emma Watson's great.
I know.
She's super nice.
I've
She's
met
super
her in
smart.
real life.
She's a good actress.
She's a big head. Her head's huge.
Yeah, but have you seen? I don't know if we should get into like debating women's physical appearances on this podcast, but Emma Stone has like the eyes of 6 people. She's like a bug.
Have you seen my girlfriend? I'm all about giant eyes.
Yeah, but like
Amanda is like 80% eyes.
you could fit 7 of Amanda in one of her eyes.
I'm all about the big eyes.
Yeah, well, the podcast is done now. Everyone hates us. We're judging women on their physical appearances.
Well, I mean, this is a base, fucking game. And the last one, this will make you feel a little better. Batman, Spider-Man, Wolverine.
Oh, I definitely marry Spider-Man because he's just the fucking best.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what? I think I'd kill Batman and fuck Wolverine.
I'm 100% exact same.
Like, Wolverine would be fun. Batman seems like it'd just be too much effort.
Yeah, I mean, Wolverine
Yeah.
would, like, I assume, probably go forever.
Literally.
Yeah.
He'd probably cut you a little bit in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think Wolverine would just be like, I don't know if I'd really be proud of it at the end of it, but it's like, it's something that I think
it
like, it would
depends
be
how
an
it goes.
experience. You know what I mean? It's
Depends
like,
how it goes.
it's one of those people that you're just like, I just need to know how it works.
The thing is, Wolverine fucks.
Oh, 100%.
Like, he at least has the weight of knowledge to bring to the table. Batman, I don't know. He spends all his nights just dressing up and running around.
and also just
Also,
like his
he'd be
like
pulling
gloom.
he'd be pulling weird shit out of his belt all the time. Be
My
like,
bat
"Well, use
vibrator."
this. Like, I don't want your putting a bat up my butt.
shirt.
Hey, fucking suck this dick. Put this bat up there. It's not a good shape for my butt, Bruce. Don't call me that.
I have a bat condom.
I'm an orphan.
Come on, like
Stop
look
telling
at my
me.
dead parents. Call me daddy.
My parents died.
I want to call you daddy.
Every time I call you daddy, I remember how my parents died. This sex is reminding me that I'm an orphan. I should go fight crime.
We should have a kid.
I won't kill you. What? I won't kill you.
I don't kill people.
Is that
No guns.
necessary to tell me? I swear I won't kill you. Batman, I'm literally beginning to think you're going to kill me. No, I don't kill anyone when I fuck them. That sounds like you kill everyone when you fuck them. Wolverine never said, you fucked him, he kills people. Yeah, but not when you're fucking. I don't kill people. It sounds exactly like you do, man. I'm sorry. I gotta leave. Wait. Why is there a little boy over there in tights? Why? Don't worry about him. I just found him. His parents died too. What? Where'd you find him? At the circus. You can't just take young boys from the circus.
Take a kid from the circus?
Batman.
He's like evidence.
Dang, when'd you get here? Is he fucking you too?
No, I'm here to kill Batman.
I don't kill you.
I feel like he would want to like have a kid with you and then just never die.
What?
Because then he would orphan his kid. And he's like, I want to do it. I want to do it the way that my parents couldn't. I'll raise you forever. I'll be around forever. I won't die. You'll die before me.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh my god, I think your cancer's terminal. Just let me go kill my kid, and then we're all good. Yeah. Now Batman would be the worst.
Yeah, no.
No Batman. Okay, we should message Kyle for his answers. I'm reading them out before the end of the show. Without him getting to hear ours.
Yeah. All right, do that.
Ready for some real shit?
Yep.
This is from Female Dating Strategy, my new least favorite Reddit.
No.
This is from Package of Paper, who says, men only stay interested in emotionally unavailable women. I'm pretty conventionally good looking, have a considerable amount of men be interested in me. Attracting men has never been a problem, but keeping the ones I want interested has been. In my experience, men only continue to want you when you're not fully invested in them and keep them on arm's length. As a very cautious and reserved person by nature, I don't just fall head over heels for men right off the bat. I've spent a lot of quality time with a guy before developing feelings, and even when I do catch feelings, it still takes me even longer to emotionally invest. And after that, I still have walls I keep up, never letting a man get too close, never letting myself get comfortable, never trusting him too much. Basically, I'm emotionally unavailable. This behavior drives men nuts, and they'll go through extreme lengths to prove themselves as worthy to me. The more they try, the more difficult and distant I become. It drives them absolutely crazy for me. It's annoying because I honestly just want time and space in relationships. I was with a guy for 6 years, always kept him at arm's length, never completely trusting him when he said he loved me. Over the years, he treated me like a treasure. He always came true for me. And when he went out of his way to be there for me and support me, and even though I felt loved and supported, I felt so horrible I had emotional barriers when not allowed myself to fall completely in love with him. So I went to therapy. The first thing that makes sense in this. When I finally let him completely into my heart, trusting him, allowing myself to have faith in him, letting myself believe true love might actually be real, he began to rapidly lose interest. He decided he couldn't see a future with me anymore, that he needed to see what else was out there, and he left me. It's like all those years of him treating me with so much love and care weren't because he loved me for himself, because he was chasing validation for himself. Me finally letting him in after 6 years was the validation he needed, and once he got that, I was useless to him. It hurt a lot. I only ever had one crush. I was stricken by Cupid's bow, and though he admitted he was attracted to me and found me kind, warm, and laid back, he still didn't pursue me at all. We had a few hookups after years of tension and flirting, then went our separate ways, although I was the one who decided to pull the plug. He probably didn't pursue me because he sensed I liked him too much and wasn't a challenge. Every other guy I've dated before, after, and between has been crazy about me because I'm so emotionally unavailable. But I'm 100% certain if I opened up, they would not remain interested. My advice is to treat men well, be kind and supportive, but never emotionally invest. Never let them get too sure of you. Keep them at arm's length and your heart protected. Remember, any man, no matter how dedicated, can and will leave you. Men crave the chase. Feel if they've caught their prey, they'll drop you like a hot tamale, no matter how wholesome it might seem. Know your worth. No man deserves to possess the treasure that is your heart.
So it's not a question. You just want to outline how crazy these people are?
I believe that it is they're putting forward some advice. I do believe we can question it.
I love that the idea that after 6 years of treating this guy terribly, it's that like, oh, she finally let him in. It's like, no, he was probably just like...
so sick of your shit?
Yeah, so sick of your goddamn bullshit.
Or maybe he found out that you've been consciously closing yourself off to him, and he was like, wow, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know. If you believe this is what a healthy relationship is, then I don't want to know what you opening yourself up to someone is.
Yeah, you sent me this subreddit.
It's horrendous.
And it's a wild, it's what I would say is the equivalent of toxic masculinity for women.
Yeah.
And that is to say that it's like, it's this weird sort of vacuum of ideas. Like their literal rules are like no men allowed at all to comment on anything. They don't care about your opinions.
In that subreddit?
In the subreddit.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. If there's any indication that you are a man, or you'll be banned and deleted. If you sympathize with men or empathize with men, you'll be banned and deleted.
Jesus. I did not read the rules.
If you what's the other? And it's literally like, if you disagree with us, we'll ban and delete you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's literally just a vacuum of women who have got these, for whatever reason, these ideas and opinions, and like are only validating each other without hearing any other side of things.
I feel like if you ever have a thing where you don't want to hear the other side of the argument, it's never healthy. Like, by all means, you can be like, yeah, your side is bullshit, but like, if you're just like, no, I won't hear it, it's not healthy. Like, can you be confident? Like, that shows a lack of confidence in your standpoint. Because if you knew you were right, then why would you care about people trying to disagree?
Yeah, if you only need to hear how correct you are and the validation of people who also believe what you believe, it's like that's not a position of strength at all. That's a position of insecurity and weakness, unfortunately.
But also, like, just flat out, like, that's terrible advice.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, again, I read a bunch of stuff, and it was all, like, the whole basis of their sort of ideology, or, you know what I mean, their worldview is manipulation is key.
It
is like,
standard.
it's their basis of relationships is to manipulate, like, the thing you sent me where it was like, they were frequently pushing their male companion, like their male partners, into positions in which they then had to compete. So like they would like bring them to sporting events and then flirt with other guys in order to like make them their like male competition like instincts kick in.
I believe it was like never go on a date where there aren't a lot of viable options as men, to force your partner to act aggressively and peacock to try and own you. Never have sex unless you're getting something in return that is like monetary or like you know what I mean? Like if they're not buying you gifts or like food and drinks, don't have sex with them.
Yeah.
But also just this, like, also guess the age of this poster.
I'm gonna say like 21,
25.
Yeah.
Like, I think we can just categorically state that consciously remaining emotionally closed off to your partner, like, because how anyone can even listen to that and be like, yeah, that's a good.
It's not emotionally closing off. It's sociopathy at that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you have emotional blocks, if you have emotional trauma that
it's not
that
thing you do
there,
consciously.
Yeah, that are there, you know, because of things that you experienced or because of things you're afraid of. Those are absolutely 100% valid. Like those. We have no problem with those.
Of course.
The problem is like
aspect.
Purposely manufacturing those reasons,
which
is one, disrespectful to people who have traumas that like can't let people in and have trust issues. Like, it's so disrespectful to people that actually struggle from this. Like, people who want to make authentic connections with people but can't because of
real life horrible things that
because of any number of traumas that they could have experienced. But to like manufacture those in order to like feign attraction from people, I highly doubt any of that has a bearing on playing hard to get. I'm sure there are people who are attracted to that.
Yeah, but you're also going to attract the wrong people.
Yeah, if you're concerned that your men are only in it for the hunt, and your main tactic is to provide the hunt, what? Like, who do you think you're attracting here?
Yeah.
It's the
wild
shitty
irony.
people who are only in it for, quote unquote, the hunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you found people who are generally or genuinely looking for an authentic connection between people, you'd find them.
Well, what I really find kind of like telling in this is they point out that they actually genuinely did like this one person, and then nothing came of it. But then they were like, well, I ended things. And they're like, but he didn't pursue me. And it's like, what? Like, you were giving him the quote-unquote hunt, but she's like, well, I wasn't really, because he knew I liked him. No, he was just being a good dude. You ended things. He was like, okay.
Yeah, and also it's like, if you don't seem interested, then he's probably like, cool, I'll just back off. Like, this guy's probably the only sane person, because that guy was with you for 6 years.
Even
probably is also a little fucked up.
Consciously being terrible to them. Yeah. The thing is, like, you're actively dissuading people who respect you.
Yeah.
While punishing yourself, because I can't imagine what kind of life this would be like. Can you imagine having to consciously emotionally close yourself off? It's
imagine
just like
anytime
faking being a shithead. Well,
imagine every time your girlfriend said something nice to you, or you know, did something that like really, really warmed your heart, and you were about to react authentically, and then you were just like,
can't do it,
and you were just like, cool. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, you shared something that I worked on really hard. Oh, you've helped our podcast. Like, you turned like 4 people onto our podcast today. Cool.
Whatever, I guess.
It's too bad it wasn't 5.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
despite the fact that you're like, oh, that's fucking awesome. You're the best. I love you.
Like
that's such a nice
genuine
thing to do. And instead of that, you're going to be like, all right, cool.
Well, what I love is, like, you know, I don't know if anyone's ever said this whole, like, you know, if you're sad and they're like, God, honestly, like, pretend to smile or like fake a smile, and then like eventually you'll kind of like feel happy, or like your smile will become real, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of true because like, and maybe it's just because you feel dumb when you're like faking a smile, but like it's one of those things where like if you pretend to be sad enough, you might just become sad because it's like, you know, so you pretended to be a piece of shit. Guess what? You're probably going to be a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, I
before
mean,
too
like
long.
one of the first things we do when we feel upset is like put on some sad songs and wallow.
wallow.
You know what I mean? It's like the first instinct we have isn't to cheer ourselves up. It's to spiral into that,
Yeah.
you know, pit of despair. And so yeah, it's like if you're actively manufacturing reasons to be distrusting and unempathetic and miserable, you're gonna end up in that world for real.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, man. But anyway, anybody who's ever been told that advice or thinks that sounds sane, don't listen
do
to
it.
it.
Don't
It's
do
not
it.
okay. If you are meeting people who are scared off or not interested because you've opened up to them emotionally, that's not on you.
No.
That's on them, and you need to ignore that, move on to the next person who hopefully will be better. And if they're not, that's still not on you. You know
And
what I mean?
there are societal norms that like come into play in like the other side of things of like opening up. Like on a first date, maybe don't tell everyone your entire list of traumas. You know what I mean? It's like things are a gradual build, but like that's so outside the realm of what we're talking about here. We're talking about like if you're developing a healthy relationship, let it progress naturally. Don't put up your own roadblocks because you think that
It'll make someone like you more.
yeah.
If they don't like you for you, then you shouldn't be in that relationship.
Also, if the relationship is progressing in a natural way and you're feeling good about it, and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Oh, you love me," or "You're showing me respect and admiration," meh. It's like, all right, cool. You've saved yourself the time.
It's
Because
like-
like
it's like
otherwise you're
having a meal.
fostering a relationship with someone you shouldn't be with.
It's like imagine someone came over for dinner and you made them food and they were like, "Wait, does food taste good? What the like? Okay, I'm out." It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want shit food? Did you want me to make shit food for your meal? Is that what you want to eat? Shit food that makes your mouth sad? Because that's what this advice is.
Yeah.
Don't make your mouth sad."
Be genuine, be honest, be open. And deal with things together as a team and as responsible adults. Don't be a fucking weird sociopath.
Okay, are we ready for Kyle's answers?
Yes.
I'm gonna make you guess. Catwoman, Storm, Wonder Woman.
I think he's going to fuck Catwoman, marry Storm, kill Wonder Woman.
100% spot on.
Yeah.
Okay. The princesses. Middleton, Merkel, Elsa.
I think he's going to kill Middleton, marry Merkel, fuck Elsa.
Why are you getting these all so right?
Oh, what up?
Okay, Joan of Arc, Oakley, Earhart.
Oh man, this is the tough one. I think he's going to. Oh man, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna marry Joan of Arc. I think he's gonna kill Oakley, and fuck Earhart.
Totally wrong.
Yeah, that was the one I knew. I wasn't gonna get this right.
Fuck Joan of Arc, marry Annie Oakley, kill Amelia Earhart.
Fuck.
Emma Stone, Emma Watson, Emma Bunton.
I think he's marrying Emma Watson. I think he's killing Emma Stone. I think he's fucking Emma Bunton.
Yeah, because that's the only sane choice. And then Batman, Spider-Man, Wolverine.
I think he's. I don't know. I feel like Kyle, you dirty dog. I think he's marrying Wolverine. I think he's fucking Spider-Man. I think he's killing Batman.
No.
Really?
No, not at all. You're so wrong.
Okay.
Try again.
Okay. I think he's gonna marry Spider-Man, fuck Batman, kill Wolverine.
Also wrong.
Fuck.
So he's marrying Batman.
What?
Killing Spider-Man.
What?
And he's fucking Wolverine.
Oh. I don't know if we can be friends anymore, Kyle.
I don't know, maybe he likes bats in the butt.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
you
he's
make-
excited about the toys.
To make bat
Kyle.
jokes.
Kyle.
Remind me of how I'm an orphan. Kyle could be his daddy.
Kyle, tell me you love me. Let me call you Daddy, Kyle.
He just probably wants the boy in the tights.
Kyle.
All right.
Where is he?
Where is it?
Where's Kyle? I was out drinking, which is why I'm hungover last
I've
night.
been drinking.
And a lot of the people I was out with listened to the podcast, and in our drunken ramblings, someone brought up a point to me, and it upset me a little bit. Mm-hmm. And they said, "You guys are doing really well, and you're becoming quite, people are listening to you now." They were like, "What happens if this Dan guy if you become big, and then people figure out who Dan is, and they begin tweeting him abuse, and then he kills himself because of the abuse you've given him, and that is on your conscience?" And I was like, "Fuck."
Okay, firstly, did not think of that. Secondly,
right?
Who does think of that? But thirdly, it's like, I don't think any of, if you actually listen, I don't think any of the things we've, and again, I'm sure there's stuff we've said that has been really harsh, but if you listen to the podcast, we're over the top all the time. Pretty much everything we say is a joke.
I think they were more concerned about the mob mentality of people with no chill on Twitter. If we became big, mm-hmm. and we, there's always going to be that small subsection of people who can't interpret what everyone I know that we listens to in our audience now is probably the most rational people. But there's if we became big, mm-hmm. what if there was that one small group of people who was nothing but abuse?
Okay, so not even what we've said.
Not necessarily us. It was that we were the catalyst to send people after this.
Well, one, I don't think. There's so many different parts of this. One, I don't think that should ever stop us from calling people out for their shitty behaviors.
Absolutely not.
And especially because we make it clear we disagree with what he does, which I think is wildly fair. Mm-hmm. And secondly, we're generally doing it with a kind of a comedic bent, right?
Yeah.
Also, he is a public figure so he's already it could happen anyway.
100%, yeah.
It is happening if you look at his fucking comments.
Yeah.
People have called him stuff so bad that we wouldn't even be able to post a podcast if we said that about anybody, let alone him. You read some of the stuff the other day. They were making what would be called illegal accusations about this man. On another point, he also achieved this is how I found out about him, because a while ago his headphones article did the rounds. So it was on everybody I know's social media. So I don't doubt that he got a fucking barrage of abuse then. Fair. I doubt we're going to be ever that popular, and if we are, it was
just also an interesting thing that someone brought up to me. I was just
one of those things, but it's also what, you can either be I can never mention anybody again, especially not in a negative sense, or you can be what people do, unfortunately, isn't up to us. We can say right here and right now, don't hurt yourself, Dan.
Also, don't assault. If we ever say something bad about someone,
don't go on the
don't track them down and do a witch hunt kind of situation.
We would never condone any sort of violence on anybody, be it online harassment or bullying or whatever. You can definitely tell him he sucks, maybe, I don't know, or just tell your friends he sucks, or just because honestly, even if you did barrage him with messages, it will probably just boost him somehow. You know what I mean? So just feel free to know it's out there and it sucks, but you don't have to engage with it. And if Dan ever does hear this, to be fair, we disagree.
Come on our show and let's talk.
Come talk, by all means. But we disagree with a lot of your stuff, and I think that's very fair. And I think that pretty much everyone, we know and have on social media, do also. And that's probably not a good position to be in. So I don't know, I would hope that, I think that's a worst case scenario. Obviously.
100%.
I hope it never happens. But unfortunately you don't really have control. We don't control what people do, and we don't control what they do does, Mm-hmm. But I do hope anyone listening to the show will just have chill, whether it be in the future about something else,
everyone
whether
chill.
it be about Dan. What we do here is try to put forward positivity and shit. Mm-hmm. And I don't think witch hunts and abuse and aggression are the way to do that.
Yeah.
So
it was just something that someone brought up, and I was just like, damn, I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, but I also think it is, I don't know, I don't want to seem flippant about this, but it is one of those things where it's we could say anything. You could be well, what if James McAvoy hears about your thing? And then we make a lot of bullshit claims and stuff, and we're criticizing this guy, but We're not the first. We're not the last.
James McAvoy can turn into anything, and he's a pervert. That's not a wild claim. That is fact.
So what if James Joyce's granddaughter is like mocked mercilessly at school now because of this? Well, don't do that, because he was a great guy and it's hilarious. It's giving us fun. It doesn't have nothing to do with her.
I feel like you could also be like, I'm also related to James Joyce, bitches. Pop, 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 pop.
And
now get over here with your
just the farts.
Get over here with your farty butts.
So
him.
If we want to do a general call, this is it. Don't be a dick, and don't use us as an excuse to be a dick.
So with that being said, I do have a pitch for you to add in something to the end of our podcast.
Okay. This is ruining all my Dan stuff, by the way. I had a whole special anniversary edition.
Oh no, I'm sorry. All right, do the Dan thing.
No, you fucking ruined it. I can't make this heartfelt plea to like make him save his own life and make people refrain from assaulting him in this bastion of shitness.
That's literally exactly what I want us to do.
Yeah, but now I'm going to rail into him?
Oh, I thought you meant like that was your anniversary thing.
No, I was going to tell him to go kill... No. You fucking piece of shit.
I'm sorry.
We were going to make fucking history. Again, because guess what? Guess what, Dane?
Did he post more of his male role models?
No. We have a question from Dan.
What?
And you fucking ruined it.
Hit me with it. I mean, technically he asks a question all the time, and it's always about his ex and how to get them back.
No, it's never really a question. But this has been submitted to us by Dan. It hasn't. Should I give up on my ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, Dan, you should have done it like 3 years ago.
And then followed by how to keep your ex in a relationship once you get her back. Which is the most ominous.
Dan, come on.
Come on. Okay, let's soften our criticism. Oh, buddy.
Oh, Dan.
Oh, jeez.
You wild guy.
You wily goat.
We were talking about this again last night when I was drunk.
You shouldn't be allowed to get drunk.
And a lot of us mentioned how Pornhub comments are pretty good.
I wanted to do that a while ago.
And I think maybe after... It's sort of like the sorbet to cleanse our palate after a Dan. And so this comes from a Pornhub user, Come to Jesus.
2 or T-O?
No,
or
it's
T-O-O?
It's in the number 2.
Okay.
And he says...
I assume C-U-M.
Oh, yes.
How many Z's are in Jesus?
None. It is real Jesus. It is authentic Jesus. Come to Jesus says, dudes' forearms be veiny like dicks without foreskins.
Were they?
I don't know. I didn't watch the video.
Whatsoever.
Oh, shit. We have to end this fucking thing.
Yeah, you fucked the whole thing up.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Josh Eagle and the Harvest Cities, for his song Paper Stars.
If you want...
Also, fbuddiespodcast.com. Go visit us. Most of our information, our episodes, and our fucking questionnaires on there. So go send us some questions. Also, it links to all the other shits. You don't even need
I don't have to do it anymore. Yeah, we just say visit us on the fucking old website. But please send us a tweet at FCK_buddies.
Also, I just really want to say thank you to literally everyone who's listened. It's been a year. This has been crazy. We love you guys. Thank you for everyone who supported us. My girlfriend did the logo, and that was amazing, and I really appreciate that. Kyle, the fucking, like, the only host we've had so far. But
amazing,
you're incredible just in every way. We love you. Dan's girlfriend for, like,
literally giving us all the shit that started this.
Yeah, take over their apartment all the time. Oliver for coming in and providing...
Trying to get them.
Pets from the floor and being a cutie.
Oh no!
He knocked over your whiskey and I caught it. Literally everyone who started listening and is currently listening. Thank you, Connor, who blew through, I think, 8 episodes the other day on a long drive. Thank you, Kyle, who's obviously listening when he's playing Zelda. He just said that, I assume, if the phone call can be heard. Also, one big person who's never been thanked, or not thanked adequately, but needs to, is Dane. Because Dane does the editing every week. It is not me at all. Dane puts a lot of work in behind the scenes, and everything sounds great and is great as a result of him. And I just want you to know it is highly appreciated. And
Thanks,
you do a fucking great job.
And thank you for doing this with me. It's something I've wanted to do, and it's a pleasure to do this with you every week.
No, anytime, man. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next week.
Come to Jesus says,
You got more?
dudes' forearms be veiny like dicks without foreskins. My name is Dave Miller.
And I'm Mouse Bane.
And we've been your fuck buddies for a year. Woo, 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 woo.